Welcome back, everyone. Ever since I bought the Seiko LX last year, there were a lot of watches that have grabbed my attention. What if I would have bought these instead of the Seiko SNR029, which is a beast of a watch, by the way. Don't get me wrong, I made the right decision, but I just want to share that these watches are at the same level of likeness to the LX. Luxury may mean something else to you. This list below is what I believe to be luxury. Well, at least for my taste. First on this list is the Grand Seiko SBGA 229. I said this previously on my LX video that I was choosing between a Grand Seiko and an LX. The SBGA 229 is a stainless steel version and had a similar price on the LX at around $3,500 US. We're talking on the secondary market here. The SBGA 231 is the titanium version and it was too expensive, so I decided to go with the LX due to its more rugged look and a heritage look of a diver, as compared to the SBGA that looked more like a Swiss watch. But I had the opportunity to visit a Grand Seiko boutique and I tried the SBGA 463, the current model, which is similar to the 229 but in titanium. They both have the same base movement, which is the 5R65. The 9R65 just has more styling on the movement. So when I saw it, I dig the look of it. The cathedral R hand and the finish was just phenomenal. It's too bad Grand Seiko boutiques are too far for me to visit on an occasional basis. The shine was different compared to the LX and it had a smaller case size at 44.2mm. It was thinner and not top heavy. Overall, I think I would have not regretted it if I opted for the GS one. Second on this list is the Seiko SLA057 with Ever Brilliant Steel. This watch is limited to 600 timepieces worldwide. Now, this one was more of an afterthought. I first liked the SLA055 with the blue dial because I saw it on my local AD and I tried it on and I liked it, but the blue dial kind of threw me off. It was nice but not really my type. This one though, I also had the opportunity to see it in person, and luckily this time I took a quick video of it and compared it to the LX. I really like the case size of this one. It'll be a fantasy if Seiko released a spring drive on this case with a bracelet. It's over, I guess. Okay, back to reality. This watch is using the 8L35 movement and cost at around $4,600 retail. That's a lot of money, but the secondary is much friendlier at around $3,800. Still expensive, but considering it is a limited edition, well, I guess it really is expensive no matter what you want to put it, because the Ever Brilliant Steel does not justify the price. But at the end of the day, the only thing that attracted me to this watch is that it looks more like the younger brother of the LX in a much shinier case and smaller form factor, which is like a Marine Master 200 but just extra expensive. And the dial, which is actually a sunburst brown on some angles, gives it a really cool look. If I found one under the budget I had before for the LX, maybe I would have gone for this. The third one on the list is the Omega SEAMASTER 300 coaxial master chronometer. Not the one with the helium escape valve, the one with the broad arrow hands. Not the limited edition one too, just the, I'm not sure what year models, I'll just put a picture here. I really like the design of this, and I actually saw a previous version of this watch for sale and it was at the same price of the LX. So that's why I considered it. The broad arrow line, or the 1957 line of Omega, is just amazing. I like the vintage look of the watches and the lollipop second hand. The dial color is really nice and I bet the lume on this one looks great too. What I really adore about these Omega watches is the open case back. Such a beauty. You pay a fortune and you get to see the heart of the watch. That's just exceptional craftsmanship right there. Just look at those Geneva stripes. Maybe someday. Okay, so the fourth one on the list is the newly released TUDOR Black Bay 54. When I saw this watch online, I was shocked. And yes, it does have a lot of hype right now. But as someone who owns mostly Japanese watches, this TUDOR has really great proportions. The price at retail is at the $3,850 mark, and maybe it's also available. So I don't mind adding a bit for this. I was also aware that during my time in searching for the LX, there was the Black Bay 58, also in the same price point. But this one is even smaller, and I like the color more. And the case size is a whopping 37mm. Man, you know me, I have a small wrist, and this might be perfect. I also believe this would look adequate on bigger wrist size, but my goodness, the watch just makes me want to sell everything and just have it as a one watch collection. No, that's crazy, but I'll never part with my Spring Drive and an SLA021. But it bothered me though. For now, this is my favorite Swiss dive watch on the market. Fantastic looking TUDOR. Finally, the conclusion of this video will end with the Seiko SLA017, a 62 mass, reborn with only 2,000 pieces limited worldwide. This watch to me is the finest dive watch ever made. The 39.9mm case size and 14.1 thickness, it just speaks perfection in my eyes. Unfortunately, the availability is abysmal and the price is around $4,000 and above. It comes with a silicone strap and it is just a perfect dive watch. It has the usual 8L35 movement, but I don't really mind it. I just believe this would have been my perfect watch. I love Seiko watches and I'll take this over any other Seiko bearing the 8L35 or 8L55. The SNR029 is a new generation of Seiko. The SLA017 on the other hand is kind of an attempt to revive the past, which they did perfectly. The price and availability is what held me back from getting this, and it was just not justifiable to buy the watch this expensive with an 8L35 movement, even though it doesn't matter, but it's just not justifiable since there's MarineMaster 300 for that. At the end of the day, the limited edition shenanigans of Seiko will always haunt people who would love to buy watches like this, but it's just another thing for flippers to make profit from. Anyway guys, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe you also liked the watch that I listed here. Let me know down below. At the end of the day, buy the watch you want and not the one that you think you want just because it is hyped. Research and really invest in time to visit and wear it if you can find one for you. I'll see you soon. Stay safe.